Hey guys, it's Ren from Makeup by Ren, and if you want to see this look, my Jeannie Mai inspired makeup tutorial, stay tuned for more. Hey guys, so I'm back with another tutorial finally, and I was totally inspired to do this look. This is a celebrity inspired makeup tutorial, and the person that inspired this makeup, her name is Jeannie Mai. She is an amazing stylist, makeup artist, TV host, just like a glamourista type of gal. I watch her on the TV show How Do I Look on the Style Network. She's representing for all the Asians out there. She's got a great funky personality. She's like awesome style, and I just love it because she goes really like bold with her makeup, and she's Asian, so like just seeing that on TV is not like a normal thing. So this look is inspired by her. It's also really great for like people with Asian eye features, not necessarily have to be Asian, smaller eyes. It's really easy to do, and it's for those of you who love color. Well, first of all, she has amazing dark hair with blue highlights. So I know that she loves to wear like blue on her eyes, and then she always does really dramatic lashes, and then she loves bold lips with color. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this look, stay tuned for the tutorial. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial. This is the eye that we're going to do, and I'm just going to do this side, and then we'll do the face and the lips and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and go through what you'll need. I'm trying to use mainly affordable products like drugstore or just theatrical, things that you can find for really a good deal. The first thing you need is an eyeshadow base. I'm using the NYX eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. And this is a really good base that I don't think people use quite as much as they should. So I'm applying it all over my lid and underneath. Okay, so that's going to even out your entire lid, and now let's go to the color base. So I'm just going to take really easily a black, like a soft black pencil. This is Milani Liquefied Metallic Pencil in Black, and it's really soft, so this is going to be the lid base. So I'm just going to basically, it doesn't have to be super neat, but I'm going to draw like a wing shape, and like that. And this is what's going to be the base for my dark blue, so that way it's really dark. So all the brushes I'm using today will be from the Sedona Lace Vortex brush collection. That way you know where everything's from, and I've gotten a lot more requests to use the brushes more often. So I'm going to take my flat synthetic brush, and this is the Wet n Wild Pride palette. So it's really affordable, really great colors, and has all the blues and then the highlights that we need. So all the eyeshadows are from this palette, and it's under $5 at your local drugstore. So let's go ahead and start with this dark blue, and I'm going to get it on the synthetic brush, and I'm just going to pat it on top. And this can get a little bit messy, but it's okay because you can always clean it up, and that's why I'm doing foundation second. Okay, so now that we have the color, I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of blend above where the black liner was, so it's not like a super harsh line. And then you're going to maintain this kind of winged out shape, and we're going to clean it all up a little bit later. Now I'm going to take a really dense blending brush. This is the synthetic blender, and it's clean. This has a little bit of blue from the other side, but I'm going to use it to blend out the harsh line. And since it's really dense, it blends it out really easily. I'm going to go back to that flat synthetic brush, and now we're going to take this blue right here. Excuse my chipped nails. We're going to take the this side, which is really shimmery and pretty. So it's going to really pop since we already have the dark blue base on. And we're just going to pack it on. And this is gorgeous. Okay, and then again you can blend it up just a little bit. And now let's go back and blend it out. So now we're going to clean it up a little bit like I mentioned. So I'm just going to use a makeup wipe, wrap it around my finger, and I'm just going to clean up underneath. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and just sharpen off this line right here. Okay, so I did my brows. I used the typical brow products I always use, including Milani Brow Fix in dark, and my angled brow brush from the Vortex collection. So now we'll go ahead and do the highlight. I'm just going to take a clean blender, this is the Universal Blender, and then a little bit of this matte white, and just really lightly I'm just going to go over the brow bone area. And this is going to set the concealer that I used to clean up my brows, as well as kind of just give my eye a lifted look. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move back to the eye. I'm going to take a white pencil from NYX, and this is just going to serve as a base for my tear duct highlight, and a little bit underneath too. And then we're going to go back to the palette and take this shimmery white right here, which is really pretty. The good thing about this palette is it has like the shimmer sides and then the matte side, so you kind of have balance. So now I'm just going to take a lip brush because it's tiny and get some of that shimmery white. And then I'm just going to pack it on my tear duct. And the reason why we're doing this is because you want to really open up the eyes, and this is a trick that Jeannie uses and her makeup artist uses, and the shimmer really looks pretty right there. This is another trick that she does, is she takes an angled brush and then she dampens it with a little bit of water or whatever mixing medium. Just dampen the brush, don't soak it. And then we're going to put it into the dark blue, the matte side, and by doing this, this makes it really intense and makes it last longer. So we're going to go underneath like this and meet where we put the white on the tear duct. I'm going to bring it up to round out the shape. And then I'm going to go back and touch up this corner to make sure it's nice and winged out, because that makes your eyes look bigger and more almond shaped. So now on the top, we're just going to do a simple line. I'm going to go back to that Milani liquefied pencil. And then I'm just going to extend it out into a wing with my angled brush. Okay, so now let's move on to lashes, and this part is really fun. So what Jeannie does is she takes like a pair of regular lashes like this, and then she takes a more dramatic pair like this, and she cuts this one in half and places it on the outer half of the regular lash just to give it a pop. So these lashes are from Sugar Pill, and I think these are from Smoke and Mirrors lashes, but this is the lash that I made. As you can see, it's got a nice dramatic edge right here. So I'm going to pop these on using my Revlon lash glue. Okay, so I got this lash on, and I'm going to go ahead and let that dry, and then I'm going to do my foundation really quick. Again, I'm going to stick with affordable products, and let me clean my hands really quick. So now that you can like wipe away anything, and then go to the foundation. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind line. It's like my favorite drugstore foundation right now, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that the foundation is done, like I said, I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and FYI, I set it with my NYX HD Studio Grinding Powder in True Beige. So now I'm going to take another Jeannie trick and use bronzer, because bronzer is your friend. It helps give you a healthy look and contour you. So I'm using the Salma Hayek Nuance Makeup Line, which is really great. I got it at CVS. And then my small contour brush. And then I already did this side, but basically I'm going to contour and place it in the hollows of my cheek and anywhere that I want to be defined. Now we can move on to the cheek color. And I'm going to use the same trio. This is the Mauve trio. And we're going to use this color right here because it's really pretty, kind of like mauve-y tone, which I can see Jeannie wearing. And then I'm going to use my brush, my Tulip Contour brush, and just get it on my cheeks and then lift it up at a diagonal to give me a little bit more contour. Alright, so now that we've got the face done, we're saving the best for the last, which is the lips. This is the fun part. We're going to go for a really dramatic magenta wine tone lip. It's what Jeannie calls the glitz lip, which is like just really a bold lip with glitter, which makes it really fun. So to custom create a color that I think Jeannie loves, which is like a deep magenta, I'm going to take two lip pencils. The first one is by Ben Nye. I believe it's called Vino. So this is a really affordable theatrical line, which I've mentioned many times in my videos. I'm just going to outline my lips with this. Okay, and I noticed that in a lot of Jeannie's YouTube videos where she's getting ready, she always puts on lip liner, so I know that she's a big fan of defining the lip. So I'm going to add another color, which is the NYX lip liner in Bloom, which is like pretty much like a hot pink. And then I'm just going to go in the middle and fill it in. Okay, so you can leave it like this and it's really pretty as is, but we're going to go ahead and add some glitter. But first I'm going to need something to make the glitter stick a little bit. This is NYX's Barbie Pink Goddess of the Night lip gloss. I'm going to apply it right to the middle. And then we're going to take a coordinating glitter. These are, this is from Graftobian. It's really pretty. As you can see, it's kind of like coordinates like a magenta glitter. And then I'm just going to dab some in the lid and just take my ring finger and just pop it right on top. And I'm only applying the glitter just to the center because that way it's not like overboard, and that's where your lips kind of get more definition. Okay, so that's the final product. In person, the glitter is banging. I hope you guys can see it on camera too. So this is my final look, the Jeannie Mai inspired makeup tutorial with the blue smoky winged out eyes, the dramatic lashes, and the lovely dramatic glitz lips. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll have all the products listed and pictures on my blog at makeupbyrenrun.com. And definitely check out Jeannie. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel and her blog because she's amazing. So that's it for this tutorial, and I hope you guys have a great night. Ciao, Bellas!